Hello there, buddy. I'm Mr. GamePie, and welcome back to the Robot Master Numerical Run. We're gonna start up Mega Man 10 today, and we're starting with Blade Man. He has blades, particularly swords, and he knows how to use them. Blade Man is actually a fairly difficult place to start the game. Not because of Blade Man himself, he's actually quite simple whenever you know what to do. But his stage probably has more instant death than just about any other Robot Master in this game. Lots of spikes. But hey, you should expect sharp objects whenever it comes to a character named Blade Man. Now, this game has DLC. Mega Man 9 had it as well. And in this DLC, you actually get to fight the Mega Man killers, Inker, Punk, and Blade. And you actually get their special weapons, and you can use them only as Mega Man in the main game. But I'm not going to be using those special weapons because, technically speaking, I have not earned them in this run. I never fought the Mega Man killers, and indeed I probably won't ever fight the Mega Man killers. Though that said, if I ever did have an extension to this series where I went to other Robot Masters not found in the Core 80, then, you know, chances are I would, in fact, do the Mega Man Killers next. Since they're the ones that I have the most readily access to. Now this mini-boss is quite annoying. It's a castle, and you have to shoot out its eyeballs. It's better once you get one of the towers down, because then only one tower will fire at you, and at that point, you don't have to worry about the tower that's closer to you. That's really where the difficult part is. However, you want to avoid defeating the middle one early, because if you do, then you won't know when these platforms that you have to jump on will appear. Its gate will just be destroyed if the platform will just constantly leave it. Oh, right on to the next part of the level. The day spiders are in fact in this game, and they're not quite as annoying, but they're still pretty darn annoying. But yeah, that staircase is an area that I tend to have some troubles with. Not this time, though. That's preaching. Alright, now we have our next volley of spikes with this little platform here. If you time your jumps right, you don't even have to wait for it to stop to get on the next section. Although it's best to do that with this here because there's a ceiling. The enemies that are basically just flying heads, like that, will only shoot whenever you're on the same vertical level with them. It makes taking them down fairly difficult because you'll have to shoot their projectile before shooting them. There are certain special weapons that alleviate this issue, but we don't have those right now. Now in this section you don't want to do what I was just doing, because you can jump as high as you want off of the lower platform. The spikes won't hit you if you're down there. But if you jump off the top platform, you really have no breathing room to jump with. So don't do that. Anyway, now we're at the end of the level. One last axe guy to go through, and now it's time for Blade Man himself. And Blade Man is a pretty simple boss fight. You can actually just lock him into a consistent pattern. And this is actually something that I kind of like about this game, is that Mega Man 10 really focuses on precision. You gotta know exactly what to do, and you gotta be very precise in doing it. If I miss a shot while he's on the wall, then he'll break his pattern and launch himself down to me. But as long as I just keep playing perfectly, there's no issue. Now the triple blade is actually a very powerful weapon. It's a lot like what you're seeing him do here. It's a spread shot. If you fire it from the ground, there will be one blade that goes directly forward, then two that go at various angles upward. And then if you fire it from the air, it's kind of the opposite. There will still be one blade that fires directly forward, but then there will be two blades that fire diagonally downward. It's a very powerful weapon, and even though you can only have one on screen at a time, well, one volley on screen at a time, it's incredibly helpful. It's almost like the Metal Blade in this game, sort of an all-purpose weapon. And that's good because a lot of the weapons in this game, one thing that I actually like about it is the fact that a lot of the weapons are rather unique and kind of awkward to use if you don't know what you're doing. But at the same time, there are a lot of places where many of them can be useful, and I want to show that off as much as possible during this run, once we actually get some of those weapons anyway. I assure you, this is my favorite Mega Man game, and because of that, I want to make this part of the Robot Master Numerical Run as interesting as possible. Blade Man just doesn't exactly allow me to do it because he's kind of very path-based. And with that, the first Robot Master of Mega Man 10 is down. We're in the final stretch, everybody. Alright, everybody. I'm Mr. Game Pie, and I'll see you next time.